英語で国内ニュースです。優しい英語で今日の出来事をお届けします。
Japan's legislature has reached a consensus on securing imperial family members. Two proposals were approved, allowing female members to keep their status after marriage and adopting male descendants from former imperial branches. The government is urged to legislate both. Consideration will be given to current female members' wishes, and the adoption plan will be reviewed periodically.
The Nikkei stock average closed down 1,237 yen to 64,179 yen on June 10th, its first fall in 2 days. Selling focused on AI and semiconductor-related stocks, following declines in U.S. tech shares, concerns over a potential Bank of Japan interest rate hike and rising domestic long-term interest rates also weighed on the market.
16 students from a埼玉City junior high school were hospitalized after a tear gas spray was reportedly deployed. All are in non-life-threatening condition. Authorities believe the spray kept for emergencies might have been accidentally discharged. There is no information about intruders. Police and fire officials are investigating the incident.
A former intern doctor, Yuto Nakamichi, 26, was referred to prosecutors for allegedly filming a pregnant woman before childbirth. He admitted to the filming, claiming it was for medical study. Nakamichi was previously arrested for attempting to film a high school girl. He reportedly confessed to filming over 100 people.
A male junior high school teacher in his 20s from Chiba Prefecture was dismissed on June 10th. He received disciplinary action for committing sexual violence against a female student at his school. The incidents occurred between March and April this year. The case was discovered after a parent reported it to the vice principal.
Japan and the United States held working-level talks between their foreign and defense authorities. Japan explained its progress on reviewing 3 security-related documents. Both sides also exchanged views on China's rapid buildup of nuclear capabilities. The discussions focused on enhancing security cooperation between the two nations.
Former truck driver Mitsuyo Mizutani, 54, admitted to charges of fatal negligent driving on June 10th. She caused a multi-car accident on the Shin-Maishin Expressway in March 2026, killing 6 people. Prosecutors stated she was distracted for 13 seconds, watching TikTok on her smartphone at 82 kilometers per hour, leading to the collision.
Osaka police arrested 41 people for fraud on June 10th. They impersonated social media influencers, promising high income from school courses to defraud victims of fees. Police suspect the group bought existing influencer accounts. This scam caused 650 million yen in damages to 2,300 victims nationwide in 2025.
次は社会のニュースです。
Japanese political parties have reached an agreement on how to maintain the number of imperial family members. They approved 2 plans. One allows female members to keep their status after marriage. The other allows adopting male descendants from former branches. The parties will soon submit this agreement to the Prime Minister.
A former truck driver pleaded guilty to causing a highway accident that killed 6 people. The crash happened on the Shin-Maishin Expressway in March 2026. Prosecutors say she was watching TikTok and taking screenshots while driving at 82 kilometers per hour. She failed to notice a stopped vehicle in time.
A former medical intern has been referred to prosecutors for secretly filming a pregnant woman before her surgery. He used a small camera hidden in a watch. The man claimed he did it for study. Police say he previously admitted to filming over 100 people to satisfy personal desires.
The meteorological agency says the El Niño phenomenon has started this spring. While El Niño usually brings cooler summers to Japan, this year is expected to be very hot. high-pressure systems will likely keep temperatures above average. Experts also predict a warm winter as sea temperatures remain high through autumn.
Police arrested 5 people, including a high school girl, for attempted extortion. They allegedly tried to force a male student to pay 150,000 yen. Interestingly, the suspects reportedly used the AI tool ChatGPT to decide the amount of money to demand. This case highlights a new way technology is being misused.
16 junior high school students in埼玉City were taken to the hospital after a spray was discharged at their school. A teacher reported that several students felt unwell following the incident. Police and firefighters are currently investigating what kind of spray was used and how the incident occurred.
An elementary school teacher has been arrested for secretly filming a young boy at a volunteer event. The incident allegedly took place in a locker room in August 2025. Police discovered over 27,000 illegal images and videos on the man's smartphone. He told investigators that he does not remember the incident.
Police have issued a strong warning to young people about dark part-time jobs. These are illegal jobs used by criminal groups. The warning includes 5 key points, such as you will definitely be caught and it is not too late to turn back. Authorities want to protect children from crime.
The Japanese government reports that over 2,700 areas now lack sufficient public transportation. This number has increased significantly since last year. Many bus routes are being canceled because of a shrinking population and a shortage of drivers. The government is planning financial support, but a clear solution has not been found.
Police arrested 41 people for a large-scale social media scam. The group allegedly impersonated popular influencers to sell fake online courses. They promised victims high incomes. In 2025 alone, the group reportedly stole 650 million yen from over 2,000 people across Japan by using these deceptive social media accounts.
次はビジネス関連のニュースです。
The Nikkei stock average closed down 1,1237 yen, or 1.89%, at 64,179 yen today. This first drop in 2 days was mainly due to selling in AI and semiconductor shares, following U.S. tech stock declines. Rising domestic long-term interest rates and Middle East uncertainties also contributed to the market's fall.
U.S. Starbucks is reportedly considering selling its Japan business, potentially valued at 400 to 500 billion yen. Options include a share sale or a Japan IPO. Japan is one of Starbucks' largest overseas markets, with about 2,100 stores. The company is in early talks, but no final decision has been made.
Prime Minister Takaichi held talks with Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar during his visit to Japan. They agreed to enhance cooperation in energy security. This includes ensuring a stable supply of liquefied natural gas, or LNG, from Malaysia. This agreement comes amid the uncertain situation in the Middle East.
A revised economic security promotion law has been enacted, establishing a system to support Japanese companies' overseas operations. This new system aims to bolster economic security for critical businesses. The law passed by the House of Councillors covers essential areas like information and communication and port infrastructure development.
The Liberal Democratic Party and the Democratic Party for the People are discussing amendments to a proposed bill. This bill aims to penalize acts of damaging the Japanese national flag. The DPFP has raised concerns about protecting freedom of expression. Both parties will now work together to revise the bill.
A legislative consensus has been reached on stable imperial succession. Following talks, Diet leaders approved 2 proposals. These include allowing female imperial family members to remain in the imperial family after marriage and permitting the adoption of male descendants from former imperial families.
A revised school education law has been enacted, paving the way for digital textbooks in elementary, junior high, and high schools. This law, passed by the House of Councilors, aims to introduce digital textbooks using tablet devices. The government plans for their full introduction starting in fiscal year 2030.
The average retail price for gasoline in Japan stands at 169 yen and 50 cents per liter. This price has remained unchanged from the survey conducted in the previous week. This stability in gasoline costs offers a consistent outlook for consumers for the time being.
Matsuya Foods has opened Matsuya Premium, a high-end gyudon restaurant inside the Matsuya Ginza department store. This new venture targets a broader customer base, including women and seniors. The menu features premium items like Kobe beef gyumeshi, using high-quality ingredients and special cooking methods.
Prime Minister Takeichi is reportedly planning an official visit to India on July 1st. During this trip, arrangements are currently underway for a summit meeting with Indian leaders. These important discussions are expected to take place in the northeastern region of India.
では、スポーツニュースをお伝えします。
Rakuten Golden Eagles manager Hajime Miki, 49, is stepping down. Head coach Tatsuya Shiokawa, 43, will serve as interim manager starting today, June 10th. The club cited the team's poor performance, currently in last place in both the Pacific League and Interleague play with a 21-3-3-6-1 record.
The Chicago White Sox announced on June 9th that outfielder Rikuo Nishida, 25, has been sent to the minor leagues. Promising prospect Braden Montgomery, 23, was called up to the majors. Nishida made his MLB debut on May 25th, playing 12 games with a .24 batting average. The team also made other roster changes.
Japan rugby head coach Eddie Jones apologized for inappropriate remarks made to referees during an U23 Japan tour in April. He received a 6-week coaching suspension, which ended June 5th. Jones stated he lacked respect for rugby and is now focused on the upcoming Italy match in July, which he cannot attend.
The 23rd FIFA World Cup begins on June 11th, June 12th JST in Mexico City, co-hosted by the US, Canada, and Mexico. This is the first tournament with 48 participating teams. Japan, making its 8th consecutive appearance, will play its first group stage match against the Netherlands on June 14th, June 15th JST. The final is on July 19th.
Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers was substituted in the 8th inning against the Pirates. This was likely to prepare him for his two-way start on June 10th, June 11th JST. Fans booed the substitution. Ohtani recorded an RBI double and a walk, finishing 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. He maintains a .301 batting average and leads the league in OPS.
Tomoyuki Sugano of the Rockies earned his 6th win of the season, pitching into the 6th inning and allowing 3 runs against the Cubs on June 9th. Meanwhile, Seiya Suzuki of the Cubs recorded 1 hit in the same game. The Rockies played at home in Denver, Colorado.
Yuki Matsui of the Padres suffered his first loss on June 9th, giving up a go-ahead home run in the 11th inning against the Reds. The Padres lost 5-3. Despite a 1.45 ERA before this game, U.S. media suggests Matsui could be traded as the team looks to strengthen its struggling offense.
The J-League announced on June 9th that 11 players selected for the All-Star Dazen Cup on June 13th have withdrawn due to injuries. 7 replacement players have been chosen, including prominent names like Yuma Suzuki. This large number of withdrawals has caused frustration among fans on social media.
Iran's state television reported that the U.S. has canceled ticket allocations for Iranian national team supporters for the FIFA World Cup, which starts on June 11th. This information comes from the Iranian Football Federation. The reason for this cancellation was not immediately clear.
Omar Artan, set to be the first Somali referee at the FIFA World Cup, was denied entry into the U.S. on June 6th. The Trump administration's policy, part of illegal immigration measures, restricts entry from Somalia. Artan, a FIFA-certified referee, was selected as one of 52 World Cup officials.
続いて、国際ニュースです。
Tensions between the U.S. and Iran are rising. On June 8th, an American helicopter was shot down by Iran in the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. Central Command retaliated on June 9th, attacking Iranian air defense sites. Iran's Revolutionary Guard then announced attacks on the U.S. Fifth Fleet in Bahrain and bases in Jordan and Kuwait on June 10th. Iran warns of harsher responses if U.S. aggression continues.
Concerns about renewed conflict are growing in Iran after U.S. attacks. The U.S. stated its attacks were retaliation for a downed Army helicopter. Iranian state media reported multiple sites in Hormozgan province were hit. U.S. media indicated air defense and radar facilities were targeted. Iran's Foreign Minister Arakchi hinted at retaliation, warning no attack would be ignored. This could threaten the ceasefire in place since April.
The G7 summit in Evian, France, from June 15th to 17th, will likely not issue a joint leaders' declaration. This decision aims to avoid public disagreement, especially concerning Iran. President Trump is reportedly dissatisfied with European nations' cooperation on Iran attacks. Instead, G7 leaders will adopt separate joint statements on issues like supply chains and global economic imbalances. This marks the second consecutive year without a full declaration.
U.S. AI startup Anthropic announced on June 9th the general release of its high-performance AI model, Claude Mythos. This powerful AI, previously associated with cyber-attack misuse, is now available to a wider customer base. Anthropic states the model includes added safety measures. This move makes advanced AI technology more accessible to the public.
Russia's military invasion of Ukraine continues. Fierce fighting between Russian and Ukrainian forces is ongoing in various parts of the country. As a result, many civilians have been forced to evacuate Ukraine. The international community is closely monitoring the conflict's progress and diplomatic efforts to address the crisis.
Kim Jong-un's daughter, Ju A, was not seen during Chinese President Xi Jinping's two-day visit to North Korea, which ended on June 9th. Her absence during this high-profile visit was noted by South Korean media. Experts believe her appearance would have strengthened her position as a potential successor. Her not appearing could be to avoid drawing too much attention, or perhaps China is not yet ready to accept her as the heir.
The Japan Meteorological Agency announced on June 10th that an El Niño phenomenon appears to be occurring. This event, characterized by warmer sea surface temperatures off Peru, is expected to last until autumn. El Niño is known to be a cause of abnormal global weather patterns. This is the first time the phenomenon has appeared in 2 years, since the spring of 2023.
A U.S. venture, Manhattan Genomics, is developing gene editing treatments for human embryos, despite current regulations. While many countries have legal restrictions and the FDA doesn't approve implanting edited embryos in the U.S., the company is preparing for future deregulation. Manhattan Genomics, which began its gene editing business in August 2025, strongly believes in the technology's effectiveness for treating genetic diseases.
New Zealand's capital, Wellington, was hit by 11-meter-high waves on June 9th, leading to the evacuation of hundreds of coastal residents. Mayor Andrew Little declared a state of emergency for several bays, warning people to stay away from the southern coastline. Police moved residents to higher ground and blocked roads. Strong winds reaching 36 meters per second at Wellington Airport also caused flight cancellations.
China's Consumer Price Index rose by 1.2% in May, marking the 8th consecutive month of increase. This was partly due to higher gasoline prices. The Producer Price Index also reached a 3-year, 10-month high, driven by increasing crude oil costs. This trend suggests that businesses might soon pass these rising production costs on to consumers through higher selling prices.
続いて、文化・芸能ニュースをお伝えします。
Japanese pop group Arashi has set a new record on the Billboard Japan Hot 100. 24 of their songs simultaneously entered the chart on June 10, 2026. This surpasses their previous record of 22 songs in 2019. 21 of these tracks were performed at their final concert on May 31st. This achievement highlights their enduring popularity.
Actress Rina Sasimoto, 40, announced the birth of her second child on Instagram on June 10th. She shared the news after completing her starring role in the musical Mary Poppins, expressing great relief. Sasimoto married in January 2017 and welcomed her first child in October of the same year. She also hinted at new work announcements later this year.
Nintendo's Direct on June 9, 2026 showcased new games. Highlights included The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time for Switch 2, a new Xenoblade Genesis, and Kingdom Hearts IV, also coming to Switch 2. Other reveals featured Rhythm Heaven Miracle Stars for July 2nd and Onimusha Way of the Sword for September 25th. A Star Fox demo was also released.
TBS announcer Erika Yamamoto, 32, announced her de facto marriage on June 9th. She stated that both she and her partner wanted to keep their surnames, which led to this decision. They formalized their union with a notarized contract instead of a marriage registration. Yamamoto added they would legally marry if separate surnames became permissible.
Jazz pianist Yoshitaka Akimitsu passed away on April 16th at age 96 due to ischemic heart disease. Born in Tokyo, he began his career in 1947, joining Matsumoto Shin and Ichiban Octet in 1948. Akimitsu was a key figure in early post-war Japanese jazz, forming his own quintet in 1957. He continued performing actively past 90 years old.
Sadanori Nakamura, a pioneering Japanese jazz guitarist, passed away on June 4th at age 93. Born in Kagoshima, he started his professional career in Tokyo in 1951. In the 1960s, he joined saxophonist Sadao Watanabe's group, sparking a bossa nova boom. Nakamura collaborated with many artists and performed actively until recently, receiving a Cultural Affairs Award in 2024.
Yamato, leader of the YouTube group Qualcomm, apologized on Instagram on June 10th for a merchandise design similarity to K-pop group TXT member Yeonjun's GGUM goods. Fans noted his keychain, a character blowing bubblegum, was too similar. Yamato admitted the plagiarism, apologized for causing discomfort, and promised to remake the design immediately.
Popular character Chiyakawa served as Tokyo Station's one-day station master on June 10th, a first for the character. Wearing a station master's cap, Chiyakawa signaled a Tokaido Shinkansen departure by raising its right foot. JR Tokai partnered with Chiyakawa to boost demand, coinciding with the new movie Chiyakawa: Secret of Mermaid Island, releasing July 24th.
Japan's bookstore count has fallen below 10,000 for the first time. The Japan Publishing Infrastructure Center reported 9,993 stores at the end of fiscal year 2025, a decrease of 424 from the previous year. This marks a first since surveys began in 1994. The peak was 24,237 stores in 1998, followed by a continuous decline.
Shogi Meijin Sota Fuji, 23, celebrated his fourth consecutive Meijin title defense on June 8th. He visited a museum for Kinjiro Sekine, the 13th Meijin, known as the father of modern shogi, for establishing the merit-based system. Fuji reflected on the series' depth. He aims for his fifth Meijin title next season to earn the eternal Meijin qualification.
今日のニュースは以上です。最後までお付き合いいただき、ありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。